Will an ambulance be there when you need it? Critical question, and the answer might worry you.
Ambulance providers all over the Bay Area are dealing with these so-called frequent flyers. Tonight, ABC 7 News I-Team reporter Dan Noyes investigates the people who take unnecessary ambulance rides.
Frequent flyer is an inside term the industry uses for someone an ambulance crew picks up time and time again. Often, there's no emergency at all, and that's costing taxpayers a lot of money. Captain John Cavanaugh has been responding to emergencies in San Francisco for 22 years. Right now, he's driving to the type of call that could slow down the city's emergency response.
So people helped him off, set him over here, and slid down.
Cavanaugh says this guy fits the profile of a frequent flyer, someone with no other means of medical care. Most are homeless and chronic alcoholics.
It's very frustrating for the paramedics. You're seeing the same people. It's like, hey, we're here, we picked you up, we're trying to help you. We get you to the hospital, and then within the same shift, you see a person.
My name's John.
All right, I've already met you before.
The San Francisco Fire Department says it has 201 frequent flyers, people who use an ambulance 4 or more times in 1 year. 50 of those use the service 10 or more times, and about 20 have taken ambulance rides between 30 and 120 times.
If there's a small number of people that are fairly often in the ambulance, then it delays getting ambulances and fire trucks to fires and ambulances to heart attacks, and it really slows the whole system down.
San Francisco Fire Captain Niels Tengerlini hears the dispatches to frequent flyers from the county 911 system. He says when crews are responding to frequent flyers, they can't respond to your emergency.
Every time you take an ambulance or a fire truck out of the mix, you increase the potential for a critical emergency having a delayed response. And a delayed response could be somebody's life.
Tengerlini is trying to start a program where paramedics go out and meet with frequent ambulance users. He says if the patients can get the health services they really need, like alcohol and drug treatment, maybe they won't keep calling 911 and costing taxpayers so much money.
Once they start going past the ER into the ICU and the inpatient units, we're talking millions and millions of dollars.
Have a nice day.
Bruce Myers is one of Alameda County's frequent flyers. He says he's taken 10 rides so far this year.
You said you went 10 times this year in an ambulance. How many times last year?
37.
37 last year. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
We don't need to go through that.
The ABC 7 News I-Team was there for one of Myers' ambulance pickups. This time he said he had a broken knee.
You can show me the suit because I can do this good. Ow!
Alameda County officials say they've identified 82 frequent users in the county. Since November, those 82 patients rode in an ambulance 11 times or more. The top frequent flyer in Alameda County used an ambulance 73 times.
I don't like doing it.
Why not?
But because I don't want a dying person to die because of me.
In Santa Clara County, the top 20 frequent flyers took 571 ambulance rides between July 1 and December 31 of last year. The top user there was in the back of an ambulance 74 times in 6 months. That's about once every 3 days.
There are parts of the system that are not working, and I think clearly this is one of them.
San Francisco's homeless czar Bevan Dufty believes the solution is wet houses. Modeled after a similar project in Seattle, Dufty says wet houses give chronic alcoholics a safe place to live and drink. It gets them off the streets and out of ambulances.
We want to have emergency services available when people need them and not to see them become sort of either a caretaker or just moving individuals around within the system.
Dufty says wet houses will open in San Francisco next year. Alameda and Santa Clara counties are working on their own programs. The aim to keep frequent flyers out of the ambulance so response times are good and the costs can come down. For the I-Team, Dan Noyes, ABC 7 News.